So good evening to all of you, or a good afternoon. Let me at the outset congratulate the students. I'm told you are the department that is one of the first or the first to begin this Young Scholars Conference. So Kevin, Benny, Rajat, Vishwakarma, and the two, students who gave me the background of the first day and the second day, that is Muhammad Shoaib Raza and Mahim Siddiqui. I am very happy to be, and dear staff and students, let me at the outset congratulate you, because this is what JNU is known for. That is very active debate and research and academic excellence. And I am happy that all of you students, I believe you had 128 abstracts and you just selected 30. That itself shows the rigor, and I congratulate the students on an excellent job. Maybe they have done it better than faculty. I don't know about the quality of the papers, but if they are really good, you should also think of publishing them after a peer review or something, because that also will add on to your own resume and CV. And I'm told that you worked on every aspect very wide, that there were 6 major areas on which you invited these abstracts. Maybe next time you can even institute a prize for the best 2 papers or something. Let's see if the university can help. But West Asia, I think, can garner money, or SIS can garner the money. No, and if it's not very much, maybe even the university, but if I do it to one center, I have to do it to all centers. People will say, Madam, you're very partial to SIS. Because I've been coming to SIS more often than I've been going to other schools, because this is also my school. I'm also happy that you're dealing with a region that's extremely important for India, from even an Indo-centric point of view, especially after the Ukraine and Russia. We have the Gaza issue between Israel and Hamas. It depends, there are a lot of views on it, and you know that all over the world there has been quite a lot of students who have been agitating, and it has become more like a mass movement in the United States, whatever be the reasons for which it has become. In one way, I am very happy, because when we had in JNU, and when it was, that time they called India illiberal, the New York Times and all. Today they are saying these termites in the US have to be finished, and they have arrested them. I think some Indian newspaper must write how illiberal is the American democracy. So this is something, that's very important, that you don't get judged only by the West. And I'm happy that you students are also looking at global events and in events in West Asia and North Africa from Indo-centric as well as a different perspective, because this is extraordinarily important, because we looking at it especially for India's energy security. You know that India has very good relations both with Iran and Israel. And I don't know whether this is an oxymoron or we are just balancing and hedging. You experts can tell me better. I was recently in Moscow for the BRICS Plus, and I don't feel as though there's any war going on. Moscow is perfect, the economy is perfect, the sanctions are not working. It's absolutely shocking, and they have all the international brands there. Now a fellow has left Moscow. That surprised me to a large extent, and life is normal. And I'm told just across a few miles away you have the Ukraine war going on. So the issue is, because this is very important, because BRICS Plus has also included several of the West Asian and North African countries which have come into it. So will it become the super energy alliance? Because most of the energy powers, Saudi Arabia has not still decided, but Saudi Arabia is, I think, being very diplomatic, and I think with the new young crown prince, he is being more pragmatic, then ideological, and that is, so I'll be very happy to read some of the very good papers if they are, because it will also enrich my own knowledge. So I'm extremely happy that all of you have been dealing with these areas, and also the connects between Asia, Africa and Europe. And with Africa you have only dealt, I'm told, with North Africa, right? And I'm also worried about what is happening in Gaza, and the issue of how do we define terrorism versus what is a genocide, or how do you interpret the events? Because if you see, there are wide interpretations coming from both sides, and the question is, how are we going to deal with it? Is Hamas going to be a player, or is the Palestine Authority? Do you think it's a lack of a leader like Yasser Arafat, who can bring all the Palestinians under a single? I don't know. I would like to ask many of you to enlighten us, because it's very, very worrisome for us, because what is happening there should not have happened at all, if at all. Another thing I want to place before you students is, see, both the October 7 and the Moscow terror attacks should have happened with somebody with equal military powers. The groups that are being blamed for it, in both cases, they are Islamic terrorist organization. I don't think they have that sophistication, because I don't know, this is my layman's view, because both Israel and Russia are thought to have the best anti-terrorist organizations. The KGB and the Mossad are thought to be the perfect ones. Even as CIA is thought to be notorious, but the KGB is dangerous. And you have infiltrated those two. So do you think that in both cases there was some superior intelligence or force, and these were just a front? There's something I want to ask you, because I, as an international relations student, want to find out, how can you have proxy, grey warfare or hybrid warfare, whatever you call it, and you're naming somebody else who does not have that ability, technological as well as the military ability, to infiltrate such good systems? So is it more than one person involved, or is it a superior force? Because I don't know. It's a grey area, but I suspect it, because these are the two most strongest. And you know, the Americans are blaming the Islamic forces, and Putin has said nothing doing, it's the CIA and the Ukrainians. They caught all of them. That's the greatness of the Russians. Even before they could cross the border, they caught them. And so hence, how are we going to do this? This is something I want to place before you students. Ideologically, is warfare so neat as it was earlier? Or are there blurred boundaries which we cannot detect? And you cannot just blame one community for all types of any, because in both the things you have the terrorist groups put to one group, and I don't think the Afghan fellows have even the wherewithal. Forget, poor fellows couldn't even jump onto the plane when America ran away. So for me, it's just a fairy tale. Anyway, you people are better scholars than I am. But as a Vice Chancellor, I'm asking you to think out of the box. And I think we should have such papers that should challenge hegemonic interpretations and give alternative interpretations. Let me once again thank you all for inviting me. I would have loved to read the best papers, because that would help me to learn a lot. And also next time maybe you also have a prize for the best papers, because that will encourage students. And one thing is, please see that if you can publish the best 10 papers or something, because we have with Springer Nature, we have an MOU, and you people will have publications that will also make them, give them also a very good exposure to international audiences. Let me once again congratulate all of you, and I'm happy that JNU is back to its old moorings like when I was to research and academics. And once again, I thank you all, and let me again repeat, we are the most nationalistic university in the country. Thank you once again, thank you.